That's what I want to see.
I like this matchup a lot from the Hollow One side. A lot of Humans disruption is not good enough, and this is one of very few matchups in Modern where Humans is slower than the opposing deck in terms of getting numbers onto the battlefield.
All right, Ancient Ziggurat, champion of the parish. Go back over to Greg. Down 18. Inquiry. Inquiry. He's got 2 Hollow One in hands. Oh, you got to roll the dice. Flameblade Adept. All right, fine. Dariusz. See what the second turn will be. Cavern of Souls naming human. Is it Thalia? Is it Direfleet Daredevil? It is Direfleet Daredevil. Put a counter here. And probably just beatdowns. Yep. Given that Flameblade Adept has Menace for reasons no one knows. Oh, another Inquiry? It's almost like you don't have a choice, man.
Menace is pretty fun alongside with pumping power, but not toughness.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why that thing has Menace.
For that, pumping something's power isn't that much fun if they just block with the same thing they're going to block with anyway.
Sure.
That's the reason.
Here we go. Here we go. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is how the game was meant to be played, people. Now Greg has 2 Hollow Ones in hand right now. This could be a screaming disaster.
Oh, there's a wide range on how this one plays out.
Here we go. You know, he slow rolled himself a little the first turn by playing Flameblade Adept, so that'll be big for the attack, which was probably right. But come on. 1, 2, and 3. Get that weak stuff out of here. What do we lose? Looks like at least 1 land. What is this? Ah, he got a Hollow One. And a Burning Inquiry. Let's see what Greg's got left here. At least 1 more Hollow One. There we go. I might play this at the GP.
It seemed, I mean, you're having so much fun watching this.
It's so fun.
Just do this. You are, at this point, have been playing Magic for long enough. And I'm not saying you don't take it seriously, but you're you're in this sort of weird spot with it.
Yeah, I don't.
Where there's a lot of people who would not be able to stomach playing with Goblin Lores and Burning Inquiries for a weekend.
Yeah.
You are not there.
No.
You in 2008 might not have been able to do this.
No.
You now, just do it.
I love it.
Yeah, you love it.
Flameblade Adept in for 4. Blackleaf Cliffs. Do we have another Adept? Oh yeah, setting up a nice next turn. He's got Goblin Lore and Street Wraith.
Some good leftovers.
Well, Zylman is in some trouble here. There's an unclaimed territory. Some Mantis Rider. That's a good Magic card. 3/3. Champion of the Parish. You're going to hang out on D a little bit. Mantis Rider going to come in for 3 in the air. Okay.
This is not a terrible Humans draw here from Slidesman.
Yeah.
You can see the Hollow One just puts a lot more on the table. A lot more on the table than Humans does if they had their normal draws.
Another Flameblade Adept is the draw. Greg has Street Wraith, Goblin Lore, a land, and a Flameblade Adept, so he could set up for even a bigger turn next turn if he wants to. He's going to start by cycling Street Wraith. Draw a card. That'll trigger the Adepts, of course. Yes. 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 Goblin Lore.
Yeah, you're obviously going to play this deck in Hartford. Let's get over it. I can loan you the fetch lands when we get back to the room.
Awesome, thank you. Appreciate that.
No worries.
Thank you. Do you have the inquiries at home somewhere?
Maybe somewhere,
Yeah.
but
Seems like you would have 4 of those for reasons I can't even explain.
just drawing up hands. And
Ah, we lost a hollow one. It runs so bad. How does this deck always have its hollow ones near the top of its deck? 3 in the first, I don't know, 16 cards or something?
It draws 3 or 4 cards a whole lot.
It does do that. Those Flamebait Adepts.
See, now you're seeing the combo with
enormous.
Menace, because if Slasman wants to block, he has to double block, and then the fact that you've increased their power means that you may kill both the blockers.
Well, he doesn't get to kill any of them. Well, so in general, I would agree with you, except for like the double block's going to be Dire Fleet, Daredevil plus something. First strike, kill your thing.
Oh, sure.
So in general, I would agree with you. However, that does mean like 5, 6, 9 damage are going to come through. There is that.
And if there's a removal spell here, get him on the double. I guess you would just kill it straight away.
Yeah. So you're not technically you're not wrong. This deck is a hoot.
Yeah.
Just a hoot. I also like that it just leaves everything up to chance. Because I'm very lucky. That's not true. It's not true. All right, Flameblade Adept down. First strike damage. Take 9.
So you have the Goblin Lore plus the Street Wraith.
Correct. +4, +0. Play that other Flameblade Adept. Play that other Flameblade Adept and pass the turn, baby. I think that's what Greg's play will be, because I think he's got another Goblin Lore in hand to set up a big turn again next turn.
Yeah, I think that if you have another Flameblade Adept, this is not the most complicated line.
No.
And I don't think it's a line he could take if he didn't have it, because knocking him down to 7 is sort of whatever. The deck doesn't have a whole lot of burn to it, so.
There we go. Horrifyingly ugly white.
Unlimited, that's nice. I don't mind it.
Nope.
Don't mind it.
All right. I might be the subject of Tim Ayton's wrath now with my thoughts on that land. Ayton's angry about it. It's okay. Still friends.
Sure.
Hopefully.
Frenemies.
Turn 4 for Dariusz. Mantis Rider is the easy one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't know. I mean, Reflector Mage just ends the game, right? Reflector Mage plus another human.
Yeah, that's asking.
That's asking a lot, though. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I make it sound easy. That's asking a lot.
even Thalia's lieutenant would force a chump block.
That's true.
Manus Rider forces a chump block.
There's a lot of good ones here.
Yeah,
there's a lot of good ones.
He's got.
Just don't really have a great look at what that hand is. Looks like a lot of lands. Might have to play Horizon Canopy and sack it to draw a card. Maybe peel out. Looks like he has Freebooter in hand. That doesn't seem so bad.
Yeah, I mean, sack the Horizon Canopy and see if you find something better to do, and have Freebooter as a backup plan is not terrible.
All right, I'm going to start with Freebooter. That'll grow champion. Trigger, take a look. Goblin Lore is going to bite the dust.
Bloodghast.
Yep. Which does have haste. There's Horizon Canopy. Free to, of course, attack with Mantis Rider. Don't know if you want to get in with anything else, though. Just because these creatures, these Flameblade Adepts, do have menace.
So, if you are worried about being able to block two things, 3 creatures back and 4 creatures back is kind of the same thing, because you can either block the 2 copies of the Adept, or you can block Hollow 1+1 copy of the Adept. So then the question becomes, is there some way where Ogreenc is able to pump both the Adepts to such a number that you die with only the 3 blockers back? Because if this attack is okay, next turn you have enough in the air that it would be really hard for Ogreenc to defend himself.
Well, Champion's going to come through, along with the Mantis Rider. That means that Dariusz has 2 blockers. So a top deck Goblin Lore or something like that would be very, very good.
Yeah, the question becomes, you know, if you chump block here, is there a way your position gets better? What's the way where you have a draw step that now, with that cushion of life, you can do something? Or are you just overwhelmed, dead the next turn no matter what you do, and you have to keep your battlefield intact as much as possible to give yourself a shot to draw out?
Yeah, because if he takes a 7 and just falls down to 3, he's just dying to the Mantis Rider the next turn.
Yeah.
So there's quite a few things under consideration here for Greg, which is why he is trying to figure out exactly what he wants to go about doing.
And the upshot of taking the hit here is the way things stand, Szylman cannot block both the Adepts because he only has 3 creatures back on defense.
So you're going to take 3 and fall to 7. Big draw step here for Ogreenc. Collective Brutality, maybe? I am not sure.
Brutality is not a terrible draw.
Bloodghast, not Brutality. Interesting attack here. I guess the Bloodghast attack is somewhat free.
Yeah, I mean the obvious block here on the table is just you double block the Hollow one and put the first striker in front of Bloodghast.
Okay. Mantis Rider gets the free roll on the Bloodghast, and Direfleet Daredevil will be eaten by Hollow one.
I guess the risk with that block and the reason that Szylman wasn't willing to put it up is he is not willing to let Ogreenc unlock the Goblin Lore that's under the freebooter. He's willing to give up a little bit of position on the table to make sure that Ogreenc does not get that back.
Looks like freebooter was the draw again. So there's freebooter pre-combat. Bloodghast was the draw. Okay.
Yeah, no help there.
I was a little surprised. What do we got here? Oof. Mirran Crusader is good. He's got to take 1 to cast it. Going to 6. How much does that matter? We'll have to see.
So I mean, you can force a chump block here and still set up lethal the next turn by sending in as Szylman is right now.
Well, if Freebooter's going to attack, it's going to have to be tapped. There we go.
Yeah. So Ogreenc has a chump block. He's still dead in the air next turn, and only Bloodghast in hand. So I don't know what getting out of this looks like, but it's going to have to draw extremely well.
We're going to have to find out what it is. 3 blockers back, like you mentioned. I think it probably has to start with something like Faithless Looting, maybe. Yeah, but I don't know what it is either.
You basically have to, something like looting away or goblin luring away all of your Bloodghasts and being left with the land or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Engineer Explosives was the draw. And I don't think that's going to do it.
No. Szylman with a really nice spread of costs right now. And the creatures that are flying right now are 2 and 3 mana, and Ogreenc has no way of using the Engineer Explosives to interact.
Unfortunately for Gray, there's no real way to trick him either.
No, because he will just untap and attack.
Yeah. Nothing's going to stop that Mana Strider from doing its thing, at the very least. So here's an attack with Hollow One. Pretty straightforward enough block there, and we are going to do it. Dariusz Szylman is going to win this match over Greg Ogreenc. 2-1. Human's going to take care of Black Red Hollow One. And for our Humans player, locking up day number 2 of competition, 7-1.